All right, now that we're on and recording, once again, my name was Sean. For the camera, please say your name as well.
Doug Bamberger.
And hey, here we are, Doug. We were just in the Z06. Things went really well. I think we actually ended on one of the best laps of the session in that car. So we ended up on a good note, and then we did a little bit of kind of debrief at the end of it, kind of cooling everything off. So the ideas that we talked about, turn 3, how we take the chicane of turn 6 into 7, getting over to the left more, to favor the left more than the right, opening up the chicane. It's all about opening up the angles. The wider the angles you have, the more space you have or create, the more speed you get to carry through those angles. That's the whole idea. We talked about turn 10 and having that sharper kind of rotation, but having a later turn in. So a later initiation off the brakes, more rotation, and then rolling into the power off the corner. Now you have to use the paddle shifts in this car, upshift of course being on the right, downshift on the left. The gearing is mostly 3, 4, 5. I'll call it the gears for you. Again, that was all really good stuff. I don't have too many major things to go over. I think we discussed a lot. I think we've got enough to kind of work at. I will get the AC going once we actually start moving. Let me think here. I'm good if you are. We talked about brake pressure or the brake pedal being stiffer. We talked about stability control or the lack thereof. So there's just more risk, more freedom, but more risk. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Cool. Let's see what this thing's got. Go ahead, foot on the brake, upshift once. You're all clear. Let's pull it on forward. Sweet.
Little less visibility in this thing, huh?
Yeah, visibility's not going to be as great in a race car versus a street car usually because of the roll cage and some of the safety features built into it. Let's make a left in between those two blue sticks again. Pull up alongside the straight. Stop at the last red stick on the left. Track looks clear. Whenever you're ready, you can enter the racetrack. Same as before. Take this first lap a little bit slower than what you think. Shift up. Just get used to everything. Shift up. Shift up. Shift up. Shift up. Good. Test out those brakes. Downshift once for now. The brakes will squeak. That's totally normal, just so you're aware.
Okay.
Easing back onto the power. We'll go up and over to the right. So focus on your racing line, not your speed right now. Focus on where you want to position the car from the outer edge, the steps, then over to the inner edge. And you can get two wheels on that red and white paint right about there.
Okay.
And then track it over to the right. Through here, just kind of modulating the throttle through each one of the bends. Shift up once, then back over to right side. Stay right side, and apply the brake. Cut left really tight. Then over to right and straight through the S-curves. Good, brake straight, downshift once, top of the pocket, then do more rotation now, more, a little kick. There it is. Now open up the wheel and throttle. Good, just like that. Shift. Brake, downshift once, and start the turn in right. Easing back onto power, up and over to right. Brake. Look left, start the turn, let the hands follow the eyes. More rotation now, there you go. Good adjustment, then over to right side. Nice, staying right, then left.
Oh, little.
Whoop. Left side. Now right side, maintaining speed, and then brake. Good. Cut left. Ease back onto power, straight through the S-curves. Brake. Downshift. Look left. Rotation to apex. Nice. Good job. Open up the wheel a little. Shift. Shift. Brake. More. Shift. So remember, the brakes are harder, they're just stiffer, so you got to be more aggressive with that initial press of the brake, especially at those kinds of speeds. Brake soft. Good. Release the brake. Just turn the wheel slow. Foot more. There you go. Because you're going to scrub some of that speed when you turn the wheel. It's all about friction. And you can create friction multiple ways. Good, right side, maintain. Now brake short, cut left. There it is. Better. Straight through. Brake. Down to gear and turn in. A little early. Open up the wheel a little. There you go. Shift. Shift. Brake. Downshift. Good. Turn it in. Good job. Keep going. Stay wide. Brake now. Good. Off the brake. Finish the rotation to the left. Remember, if you pick up the throttle too early, that'll induce understeer.
Okay.
Light lift, now to right. Stay right. Brake firm. And cut in left. Good. Ease onto power, straight through. Brake. Downshift. Rotation now. More. There you go. Wait. Remember, the rotation has to start before the throttle.
Okay.
Shift. Shift. Brake heavy. Downshift. Good. Start the turn, release the brake, ease onto the power. Visualize the racing line to the braking zone. Brake now, straight. Not too much brake. We got to carry enough momentum to get us closer to the apex before wanting to get onto the throttle. Good. Light lift, right side. Good brake. Into left, turn. Good. Ease onto throttle. Brake. Downshift. Rotation. More. Now. Shift. Shift. Heavy brake. Down a gear and turn. Good. Vision up to the braking zone. Brake. Now start the turn. Now finish the turn and then pick up the throttle. To right side. Nice. Stay focused. Hit your marks. Light lift. Back on the gas to maintain your speed, then brake. Cut tight left. Thread the needle. Back on the gas. Brake. Downshift. Rotation. And open the wheel. Shift. Shift. Brake. Downshift. Turn in. Good. Brake. Nice job. Release those brakes. Rotation to apex. A little tighter. Little lift. Now to your right. Then to left. Nice job. Light lift. Right side. Still on power. Stay right. Ready. Brake. Firm. Good. Cut left. Squeeze throttle. Straight through. Brake. Downshift. And rotation. We just need a little bit more. Shift. Shift. Brake. Downshift. Turn in. Release. Very nice. Good. Brake. Good. Start the release of the brake. Rotation more. There you go. Good rhythm. Light lift, right side. Good. Maintain. Brake firm. Cut left. So on this next one, we're We're going to turn in later.
Okay.
Downshift. Turn in. So you see how that was kind of stressful and we missed our braking zone, or sorry, our apex?
Yeah.
Off the gas. So what ended up happening there is your initial press of the brake is way too light. So at those rates of speed, when you brake, you're like, okay, getting on it. And then you get about here and you're halfway through and you're like, I need a little more brake.
Yeah.
And then the brake pressure slowly ramps up instead of slowly ramping down. We want to invert that. Okay. So we want to be more aggressive with the initial brake because when we're initially braking, we're not even close to it. Yeah. So that would be when we can apply the most amount of brake pressure. Because if we apply brake pressure and turn the wheel too much, that's where we risk spinning. Whether we lose traction in the front or the rear is irrelevant. We want to avoid losing traction.
Yes.
So keeping that in our minds, be more aggressive with the initial brake. I want you to turn in later, but I want you to brake for less time. And the only way to do that is to brake harder. At the beginning. The first half of the braking zone should be more brake pressure applied. The last half of the braking zone should just be kind of management. Getting for the corner. So right here, we're releasing the brakes.
Are we pulling off?
No, we're going to keep going. I just wanted to talk to you about this corner here. Later on the turn, closer down towards this apex earlier, and then run it wide off the corner, and then shoot out, okay? All right, let's get back into it. Shift. Brake. So I got on the brakes for you just so you could see. Yeah. When you brake initially, you're braking about 50%.
Okay.
I don't want to see 100, but I would like to see closer to 75.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now this brake pressure looks really good. It's about, I would say 30, 40%, and that's perfect for turn 3. Okay. It's not a heavy braking zone in general.
Okay.
Good, you can start to pick up the pace. The sound of that turbo is cool, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's so loud. I love it. So brake, this is kind of like a 70% braking pressure zone, but it's kind of shorter than the other ones. Brakes come on, downshift happens, and then we realize, oh shoot, that's going to allow us to slow the car down faster. We get all that confidence to maybe push the braking zone later. But we've got to know what the capability of the brakes are. Shift. Brake. Good. Downshift. You start braking like that, we'll push that braking zone another car length later. Good. Smooth brake. Control the car. There's slight rotation. Now there's more rotation. Now there's a little bit more, and then we finish. Good. Good. Light lift. Right side. Brake. Cut. Straight. Eyes up. Brake. Downshift. Good control. Max rotation. Get it over there. There you go. Don't get on that gas too early. That's the only mistake you made.
Got it.
Shift up. Shift up. There it is. Downshift. Woo! Now I'm holding on. I love it. All right. Stay focused. Hit those marks. Brake. Good. Smooth release. Rotation. Get it over there. Good. Make sure you have that visual confirmation of where you want to go next before you pick up too much throttle. Good. Light lift. Right side. Brake firm. Good. Wait for the SUV to flash the hazards, and then you'll probably pass them on the right. Go ahead, pass them on the right. Thank you. Brake, down a gear, and release. Rotation now to apex. Nice. There it is. Open the wheel up. Stay on the power. Nice. Shift up. Shift. Brake. Downshift. Good. Release those brakes. Look ahead. Stay in front of it. Brake. Soft. And release. Rotation. Nice. Control it. Good. We got a little bit of traffic. Let's see what they do. Stay left, keep going. Pass right, pass right. You're good to keep going. Stay right. Brake first. Wait for the flashers from the pista. We'll probably pass on the right. Go ahead, pass right. Thank you. Stay wide. Thank you. Brake. Downshift. Visualize the line. Get to the apex. Now open the wheel. Stay on the power. Shift. Shift. Brake. Down a gear. Thread the needle through the chicane. Eyes up to the braking zone. Brake to the turn-in. Release the brake to the next. Finish the rotation to apex. From apex to apex. Good rhythm. Brake here. Cut left. Nice job. Exit track, please. That last one counted. That was fantastic. Woo-hoo-hoo.
All right.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Dude, that was really good driving. Give me
Thank
right
you.
there.
I appreciate that.
Nicely done. What'd you think? Dude,
Oh, this car's fun.
this car is
Holy
fun.
crap.
Dude, it's pretty insane what this thing can do.
Well, the pole when the turbo kicks in,
Dude,
like
mind-blowing.
Acceleration is way more than the Z06.
You're gonna make a sharp right coming up now. The
Right in
steering
there.
radius isn't great, so make sure you really kind of plan ahead. Don't go too fast. Make sure you give yourself a good amount of space. You can pull past the SUV, that's fine. You're gonna swing it out a little bit wide to the right, please, so go over here, just to give yourself an easier angle to pull into our last pit stall right there. Thank you.
Yes,
Outstanding. Up and over the bump, straighten it out. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There it is. Pull back on both paddles at the same time. Yeah, really nicely done. To be honest, you really kind of pulled it all together on that last
Well,
one.
you're a good coach, man.
I'll take it. I appreciate that.
I got more confident in that long sweeping turn.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary to go through that turn so fast.
The
You know,
entry speed is very high.
Yeah. Ooh, I can smell this thing. Is that the brakes that we're smelling, probably?
It's everything. It's just race car smells. Go ahead and pull your foot off the brake, please. Let the car actually breathe, and then you're good. Or rest. So, yeah, a lot of it really does come down to understanding the fact that you slow a car down by creating friction. But you create friction multiple ways. You can do that with the brakes, but you can also do that with the steering wheel. And with a decreasing radius corner like turn 3, as technical as it is, you only want to use the brakes to slow the car down as you approach the corner. But the rest of the corner is so long that you're going to have to turn the wheel, which is going to create friction. So it's inevitable that you're going to slow the car down with the steering. So you only have to slow the car down with the brakes just enough to get you through the corner, and the rest of the slowing down that needs to happen as you approach the apex happens from the steering.
Nice.
And what you want to do is allow those front tires to continue turning into the corner, and by getting onto the gas too early, remembering that that shifts the weight away from the front tires, and that's what causes the understeer.
And then you're going to lose exit corner speed.
Yeah, well then you have to do, then you realize I'm not getting to the apex when I want to, so I turned the wheel more. But now you're just fighting the front end by having throttle on. It's like you're like, hey, I want you to do more, but I'm going to take your ability away from you to do what I want.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Let me get your video all downloaded here. Did you have any questions, or are you driving any other cars, or going for a ride along in the Hellcat?
I think I didn't do that last time. That seems like it's fun, you know?
That's cool. Let me get your video all downloaded here.
Yeah.
This will take me a second.